Welcome back. Oop, whoa, that's loud. Ooh, how's that? That's a little better. Okay, welcome back to Ace Attorney. Uh, you'll notice the streams were a little weird. That was due to unfortunate circumstances. However, I'm making the most out of it. Be able to complete this case within this next week. Since I think I mentioned it earlier, but Ace Attorney actually dropped the 3 day cases after Damon Gant. Like no case from here on out is gonna have 3 days, which I think works really well for the pacing. In fact, some of my favorite cases from here on out are concluded in just like 1 day. Yeah, my favorite case of all time is even concluded in 1 day. No shit, really? Check my audio. I don't fucking know what any of this means. Boy, do I wish I studied audio engineering. Okay, we'll set that back to 100 instead of 99. But yeah, uh, I'm glad I give myself time to set up because some of this stuff is a little jank. Hey, gonna try and lean in a little bit more towards my microphone. Because that also seems to be causing some issues where I'm not directly speaking into it. What the hell did I do? Uh, the angler. Yeah, I'm trying to avoid doing that anglerfish thing that I did in an earlier stream because I did listen back to it and I hit the microphone a lot. We're just screwing this back in because I will admit I probably have a unique setup compared to most other streamers. That's because I'm not a professional. Yeah, that's a good example. Although I do also have a physical water bottle here because I left my water bottle at my day job a few weeks ago, and due to unfortunate circumstances, I haven't been back there. So it's just waiting for me there on Monday. quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog, or however that phrase goes. Phoenix of Black Quartz, quote my vow. We're doing some hydration stuff. Tea to keep my voice refreshed. Water to stay hydrated. Okay. So, should also have my phone on me. Because that seems to be the best thing at giving me notifications for when, hey, your stream is down. You're going to want to pay attention. Which you think my laptop would do, but my phone's a better signifier too. Eddie, welcome to the stream. Okay. I think I have it mostly set up. Okay, so time for a recap. Last time on Ace Attorney, Edgeworth was a bit cringe. Uh, we got to deal with Old Bag, and if I remember correctly, that was her last important moment that we're going to be seeing of her for quite a bit of time. She does show up a few more times, but she's much less important than she is now. Which is always good in my book. We got to talk to Adrian Andrews, and for a while we suspected her of the murder, but it seems like she just framed Matt for some reason. She suspects him of the murder, or at least thinks he should go to jail. For reasons that she hasn't really explained to us. Oh, and right up at the end of the trial, that card that she's been twirling around, it was revealed that that's a calling card for a hitman. So we have a pretty good idea who that is, considering Maya had that very same card where she was. So I think we know who the killer is. But yeah, I think that's been enough of a recap. It's been about an hour since I wanted to get started, but I was a little sleepy. So let's start. Justice for all. Farewell, my turnabout. Part 3, 1, investigation. Yeah, who would have fucking guessed? Okay. March 22nd, 524, Wright & Co. Law Offices. Mr. Maya! Mr. Maya! Okay. There, Pearls. It's okay. He's just going to kill her now. Oh, that's right. We had a 1 day. If I remember correctly, the killer said we had 1 day to solve that trial. I see we're still experiencing technical difficulty. It's the usual ones, though, so not as bad. There, Pearls. I can't take it anymore. Ah! Look, it'll be alright. Everything may still work out. The condition was that we had to get a not guilty verdict. And so far, the kidnapper has kept his word and hasn't hurt Maya, I hope. And he won't, because Mr. On Guard hasn't been given a guilty sentence yet. Yeah. Cheer up. We don't have the time to stand around crying. We have to get going. You have to stay here, though.
You're right. Maya's in much more pain than I am.
Yes, that's right. So...
Hey, you guys! Glad I caught up to you, pal.
Mr. Scruffy Detective.
Oh boy. Looks like Detective Gumshoe has been dubbed Mr. Scruffy Detective in Pearl's book now.
It's just, plain old Mr. Dick Gumshoe now. And I came to talk to you, pal.
Oh yeah, he got fired. But we're kind of busy right now. The future. So, what are you gonna do from now on?
What do you mean, pal?
Well, you've been fired, right? So, do you have a new job lined up yet?
Oh, that, what am I supposed to do now, pal? I don't have anything coming in at all until my next payday.
What are you talking about? You don't have another payday.
Oh, fuck. I guess that means I'm gonna have to work at your place, pal.
Say what?
You'll be searching for things that will prove Mr. On Guard's innocence all day, right?
Well, yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna help you, pal. I've got lots of experience in investigating, watching over people's places. I'm great at really making simple meals, pal. I'll take care of it.
Come on, Miss Nick. Let's let Mr. Scruffy Detective take care of things.
I'm glad you asked. He has been fired 2 times. Okay. By the way, what's your best dish?
I'm glad you asked, pal. I can make instant noodles, and I can open a can. Do you have a can opener?
Why am I surrounded by people who only eat cheap, unhealthy food? You're a fucking lawyer, Nick. Not everyone makes the same money. Well, people don't pay Nick.
That was the first time I've ever seen Mr. Edgeworth act like that. Never thought he'd say something like, "Oh."
You said that? That's horrible.
It is horrible. Which is why I'm not gonna say it again.
But, because of him doing that, we finally got the truth.
The truth. Sandra's last testimony. I wonder if that was the truth. I'll give you that there was nothing strange in her testimony itself, but I still think there's something fundamentally wrong with the whole thing.
You mean about that thing, pal?
Why would she want to... No, I mean... almost need to frame Mr. On Guard. I couldn't figure that out from anything she said it all day.
Then, you're saying that testimony was a lie?
Not a lie, per se. It just feels like there's more here than meets the eye. Autobots rage the battle to destroy. Or that's what Edgeworth would like us to believe.
That's such a dirty trick. Even the woman prosecutor was better than that.
Francisca von Karma. Speaking of Ms. von Karma, do you have any more information on her condition? Oh. That's right. She got shot in her shoulder. Wasn't she shot this morning? Francisca von Karma.
Ms. von Karma was shot on, today. On the way to the trial by a pistol, pal.
But she's gonna be fine, right? I mean, Edward said she was in stable condition, but...
Well, she was shot in the shoulder, so she's okay. Still hanging in there. Like daughter likes father. Bullet in the shoulder.
But unlike, Mr. Von Karma, if Edgeworth hadn't stopped Francisca, she would have shown up in court with a bullet wound in her shoulder. So she was shot in the shoulder, so she's okay. She's hanging in there. And I know Von Karma did have one in his shoulder, but he took like a vacation like afterwards.
She done taking the bullet out, so she's probably resting at the hospital.
Which one?
What? Am I gonna go visit her, pal?
Oh, well, I was kind of thinking about it.
Hey, you've actually got a heart, don't you? She looked like she was being tortured to death, not being able to go to the trial today. So maybe it'd be good for her if you went and let her whip you for a bit, pal.
Let's go let her whip us, Nick. Mr. Nick.
Now I'm definitely not going.
Let's see, the name of the hospital. Oh yeah, the Hardy Clinic.
Hurley? I'm glad to announce we are not going there. The name sent a chill down my spine. Well, I guess it can't hurt to stop by and say hi. Oh fuck, she's gonna be here.
Alright now, Mr. Nick. Let's go look for clues. You have to for Mr. Maya's sake.
You shouldn't have pissed. Miss Oldbag.
Don't devalue my name and turn it into a gasp, you spiky-headed petty fucker. Because of you, I've been made to look like the bad guy again. Although, I did get a piece of gum from Itchy Boy, just as he promised, but what I really want was something much more valuable. I wanted Itchy Boy's heart and wanted it all from you. It's all your fault. You've awakened the wild beast inside this old bag. Arrgh! I've been shot! Miss Oldbag! Keep your hands off me. This helmet is airtight. No air gets in, and no air gets out.
Why do you keep putting it on?
I don't think you can get me to move with such silly questions. You're gonna have to defeat me if you want to get by.
I am not hearing this. Goodbye.
The Blue Badger!
Wow. Everybody looks really busy with something or another.
Probably strengthening the evidence for tomorrow's trial.
Hey, hurry up with that, y'all. Pass the victims list all around. You gotta be kidding me. There's over 100 people on here.
Mr. Nick? Mr. Odegaard really did that big and bad of a criminal?
No. Extra pearls, never mind. It sounds like they're working on a different case. Okay. March 22nd, Detention Center Visitor's Room. What the guard told me. Sounds like along with Mr. On Guard, Miss Andrews is also being detained here.
And to talk with him since we're here.
Yeah, but both of them are still in questioning.
So we don't have time to waste.
Yeah, visiting hours are almost over. Motherfucker.
Eh. You're a million light years too early to be asking me questions, whippersnapper.
Looks like the only way I'm gonna get any investigating done is to do something about this kooky alien. Alright. I know just what to smack her over the head with. Or could you please take a look at this?
Sorry, Sonny, I can't see it very well through this helmet.
Looks like the only way I'm gonna get investigating done is do something about
I see that look in that eye. You stop thinking I'm an alien from outer space this instant.
I sentence you to the chain dimension.
Okay. Never thought I'd ever come back to this place.
Yes. Are you here to visit a patient?
Yes. Ah, hi. Wait a second, you're...
Yes. I'm Director Hutty. Oh.
Why are you still here? You're not supposed to be here.
Yes. What is it? Can I help you? You can tell me. Yes. Director Hutty.
Oh. Edgeworth.
Yes. I'm Director Hutty. Oh, you're the man from this morning. Yes. What is it?
Director. Francisco. How is Francisco von Karma?
You don't need to worry. Yes. She's in good hands. Because, you see, I'm personally taking good care of her. Yes. Yes. And the thing, that surgery, it went well.
You, have my gratitude. Like Edgeworth doesn't know about this director. It's secret.
She looked so pitiful, absolutely terrified. Yes. Did I understand? Yes. Her opponent was a gun after all. And when I snuck up on her real secret, like, she would scream really loud. Yes.
I, see.
But she's really cute too. And when I do that, she'd whip me with her whip. Or did I cry like a baby? Yes. But I think I could get used to it.
No! Finally killed that old bastard I did. Go back to your room.
You're so mean. So mean, my friend. Frisky friend. Friska. But that's good too. Okay. I am, yes. It's time for my IV drops. Yes.
Looks like that's the last time we'll be seeing that motherfucker. And what are those tulips doing in your hands, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Oh, I knew I shouldn't have come here. Hello.
The shooting.
I was shot in front of the courthouse, in my right shoulder.
But it's no big deal. This sort of things happens all the time. I even had full intentions of running this child this morning.
But that would have been too much for you.
No need to act tough in front of us.
Regardless, I was dragged here by that man over there. He was so unyielding. One has to wonder if he was simply interested in stealing my case.
No? What? Did he get shot in his left shoulder? What shoulder was Von Karma shot in? Suddenly, a gunshot rang out. Von Karma was struck in the right shoulder, causing him to utter a terrible scream. Then the power came back on, and the elevator doors opened. Looks like the sprite department didn't do its job well enough.
He was so unyielding. One has to wonder if he was simply interested in stealing my case.
It was the only logical course of action given the bullet was still lodged in your shoulder. But by taking over the case, I found myself having to clean up after you in that irresponsible deal you made. I think I know what deal he's referring to.
The deal.
Miss Von Karma, you made a deal with Miss Andrews yesterday, didn't you?
I don't know what you mean.
In order to make sure that you got your guilty verdict on Mr. On Guard, you told Miss Andrews to not testify in court today.
I don't know what you're talking about. Do you have proof I made such a deal?
You're denying it?
It looks like you're lucky, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If I had been in court today, this trial would already be over.
All while hiding Miss Andrews' own crime?
That isn't my problem. Whether she had tampered with the evidence or not, I have only one objective: to find Mr. On Guard's guilty of the matter. The end justifies the means, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The end justifies the means.
Mr. Von Karma, Adrian Andrews believed you when you said, if you don't tell the truth of what really happened, then On Guard will be found guilty.
And what does that have to do with me?
Because of that, she's now in danger of being found guilty herself. All because she believed in your words until the very end.
That still has nothing to do with me. She's just a weak person, that's all. You had to know she was... Oh! I think visiting hours here are over. So, if you'll excuse me... What's wrong? Why did she suddenly cut you off?
Probably thinks because I had the advantage in that argument. Edgeworth. Today's trial. What happened today at the trial, Edgeworth? That was not like you at all.
What are you talking about? That was exactly like me.
I mean, I know you knew about Miss Andrews' condition. You could have made her testify as many times as you wanted, but to go that far... But she wouldn't testify about... But she wouldn't testify about that until I said something. Okay, my headphones are reconnected. I'll be back. I just heard the door open. And we're back. Okay. Going to check my messages. But she wouldn't testify about that until I said something. Listen, Wright. The court is a garden of judgment, and I'm an ass. I'm putting myself on the line when I stand it there. That's why I made the witness do the same. It's only natural. Fuck you. By the way, Edgeworth, you're really angry in court today. That's rare for you. Witness! That card! Give it to me! Hurry! Do you have any idea what you've stupidly yet inadvertently done? This! I can't believe you hid this from me all this time! That card. What in the world is it? You mean this? Listen, Wright. This is top secret information. You absolutely cannot leak this. A special investigation team has existed for a number of years, but few know of it. I understand. Their task is to find the owner of this card, a man called Shelly the Killer. And just his name states, he is a killer, an assassin, the best at that. An assassin? Okay, whoops. I thought he explained that last time. I was ahead of myself. Picture card was placed next to the victim at the time of the murder. Miss Andrews was carrying it. Assassin. So who is this Shelly the Killer? Have you read Creepypasta before? The Killer is the name of a long-standing line of assassins. Get the fuck out of here. The name first appeared about 100 years ago. This is absolutely top secret information. Only me, you Wright, and this 9-year-old are allowed to hear. The name first appeared about 100 years ago, I hear. Shelly is the professional name of the third heir to the Killer name. Because his professional name is Shelly, leaves cards with a shell on them. He has a habit of making sure to leave the card by the body of his victims. Why would he do something like that? We think it is a part of his duty to his clients. His duty? If he leaves a card, then his clients can be assured it was he who killed the victim. It also serves as an insurance against any charges being pushed onto his client. I see. So Matt's innocent. The killer values the trust between his clients and himself above all else. Seems that this is one honorable assassin with a moral conscience. Just kills people. I guess even honorable assassins can exist. Do you think this assassin, you think he's the one who did the killing in this case? It would appear that way. The discovery of the card basically confirms it. Wouldn't you agree? Killer, huh? My situation. I noticed something at the trial today. You're behaving in a very strange manner. Is something the matter? Yes. I should just tell him. Maya. He's been kidnapped. Kidnapped? What does the kidnapper want? An acquittal. I see. I had no idea. I will prepare a rescue team as soon as possible and resolve this by tomorrow. Really? You hear that, Miss Nick? Miss Edgeworth is going to... Stop trying to console me, Edgeworth. I don't need your pity. Mr. Nick? There's no way you can find her. We don't even have a single lead to go on. There's only one way to save her. I have to get an acquittal somehow. It's the only way. Right? Listen. You need to know something. Juan Carrito was killed by Shelly the Killer, and the client who ordered the job is Matt on guard, your own client. Please stop. I can't listen to you. I can't believe that. I see. Well, if you want to continue your investigation, you will need this.
What is it?
The hotel right now is restricted to police personnel only, as we are looking for any clues that might lead us to Shelley the Killer. But, if you take this with you to the hotel, I'm sure they will let you in. Letter of introduction, added to the court record. Received from Edgeworth allows bearer to freely investigate the crime scene. In any case, I must attend to the preparations for Maya's rescue. We'll meet again. If anything should happen. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go kill this pink-haired man over here.
Nick? Do you think Mr. Ungard hired an assassin?
No way. I mean, he doesn't have a psyche lock.
Yeah, I guess not.
Maya. All I ask is you make it home safe and sound. Mm-hmm. This is a big character moment for Phoenix.
I guess even kidnappers can be a little clumsy. Clumsy enough to drop a card like this for me. And even though he said he was an assassin, I bet he's just making that up, like how Nick does with everything in court. Anyway, let's try out the card trick. With this card I just found. Sounds like I got the door open. Okay, time to go take a look around. Where the fuck am I? What is this place? I got a feeling I'm not in the hotel anymore. Are those videos over there? Well, we'll worry about that later. For now, I should be looking for clues. That way I can show them to Sis and maybe get out of here. What is this thing? Antenna? I guess. And this is a VCR? Sure, there are a lot of electronic gadgets here, but what is an antenna doing here? I'm gonna watch fucking TV. Wow! I've never seen a TV this big before. Now where's the power button? Booey, it's busted. I would so die a happy samurai fan if I ever got to see the Nickel Samurai on a TV like this. Can't believe I just made a joke about dying, all things considered.
Oh, do not worry. You'll meet God soon enough.
There's a framed picture sitting on this coffee table. The picture of a woman. She's kind of pretty. Hey, looks like something's written here. Let's see. I think it says, with love, Celeste. I bet this could be a clue. That's weird. What's a figurine doing on a sofa in a place like this? I think it's a bear. Aw, how cute. But it's got a lot of cuts and slits on it. I wonder if it's some kind of puzzle or something. Oh, hey, it's a computer. I'm going to play Minecraft. Never really used one before. I have no idea where the power switch on this thing is. Drat, there goes my plan to use this to somehow get out of here. A gamer chair. Oh no! I got trapped in a YouTuber's room. Locked, of course. And it doesn't even look like I can use the card to open this door. A little hole at the bottom of the door. If only I was a little skinnier, then maybe I'd be able to crawl through there.
Oh. This simply will not do. I cannot have you wandering around at will. It seems that your Mr. Wright is truly concerned about
He is?
you. Well, now, I would suggest you remain cooperative. If you cannot, there are ways in which I can help
Ways? You mean?
and tell no tales. Is that how the saying goes? Correct?
Dad?
I'm almost certain I told you on our first meet. I am an assassin.
No way, you're lying. I mean, an assassin?
Though not always who they appear to be.
Nick! It's Nick?
Oh yes, Burles. I cut up in my thoughts about Maya's situation.
Mr. Edwards has left, you know.
I guess for now, I have no choice but to believe Mr. On Guard, but I think I should listen to his story one more time. Alright, let's get going to.
Okay.
Hey, I'm still here, pal. Got a can opener?
March 22nd, Detention Center. Visitor's room. Sorry.
I'm sorry, but visiting hours are over for today.
I have too many questions I need to ask. I'm sorry, but I'm Phoenix Wright, a lawyer for one of the.
You're Mr. Wright, you say? Oh, yeah, there's a message here for you.
A message?
It's from Matt on Guard. Here you are.
Well, you're right. Something really important.
I don't know. Well, let's see what it has to say. Mr. Lord, I've got something really important to tell you. But I feel uneasy all of a sudden. Oh, Mr. I. So actually, I have a favor to ask of you. I have this cat named Shu. I didn't put out a lot of food when I left the house, though. He's probably really hungry. You think you could drop by my house and feed Shu for me, dude? My house is just a little ways down from the hotel, alright?
This is terrible. Let's hurry. We have to feed his cat. I'm sure poor Shoe's stomach is growling by now.
Yeah, I guess. Matt's note. Please feed my cat, Shu. My house is a little ways down from the hotel. Client's request is a request. Guess I should just go check up on his cat. I don't want to talk. March 22nd. On Guard Mansion, living room. Sure is dark.
Oh, go turn on the light.
Where the fuck are we? Wow, this is what a star's house looks like. Must be nice to be rich.
Come on, Miss Nick. Let's find Shoe the kitty cat. Shoe!
Meow. I guess this is Shu.
Oh, what a lovely cat. Hello, Shoe.
Meow.
Hee
Cat seems like pearls. Pardon me. May I help you with something, mister? Oh, we're lawyers. No, I'm a lawyer. She's a 9-year-old. Actually, I'm Mr. On Guard's lawyer. A master. Then, you must be Mr. Wright. Yes. Ah, it's a pleasure to meet your wonderful self. I am the family butler, John Doe. Nice to meet you. Meow. How you doing, Mr. Doe? You must know all sorts of things about Mr. On Guard, right?
Honestly, sir, I don't believe my master is capable of such a foul deed as murder.
And, anything else?
No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of the master or his affairs.
How typically butler-like, as it were. John Doe. Mr. Doe, how long have you served at this residence?
No, I do not believe he would kill anyone. I doubt that fucking idiot is competent.
Mr. Doe, how long have you served at this residence?
Well, sir, I would have to say maybe about 1 year.
And, anything else?
No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of himself and his affairs.
No. I would have thought Mr. On Guard the kind to have a maid over a butler. Shoot. Very cute cat you got here.
It is my duty to take care of it. The master rather fancies shoes.
And, anything else?
No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of the family cat.
Well then, I guess I don't need this piece of scrap paper anymore. Matt's note crumbled into a ball and thrown away. Phoenix, what the fuck?
Well, I'm afraid I must take my leave of you now.
Oh, we should probably get going ourselves.
Ah, so young and all, yet already so accomplished. A master of law.
There's also a lot to be proud of in being a butler in charge of the house and all.
Thank you for the compliment, sir. People are not always who they appear to be. Now, if you'll excuse me. Meow.
That's where the kitty cat goes. There's a small door at the bottom of this bigger door, Mr. Nick.
I bet it's for Mr. On Guard's cat to use.
Oh, you mean shoe?
Door. It's locked tight. Oh. Well, I guess let's keep nosy people like me from entering it. Alright. Let's go, Pearls. Maybe if I show her this letter I got from Edgeworth. Miss Oldbag, if you would, look at...
What? You want me to look at this worthless piece of... Oh, itchy poo.
Oh, is that her perfume? Pheromone d'amour? I smell. Ugh.
Let's see here. Would you please allow this unsophisticated young man, unsyphilis, to conduct his investigation? Yours truly, Miles Edgeworth.
Yours truly?
That man's good at flattery. Fine, but only because Itchy Poo said so, you understand?
Letter of introduction. Given to Miss Oldbag.
I've just thought of something I have to do. Remember, no messing around. You do anything bad and I won't let you off the hook. Looks like she has strong feelings for Mr. Edgeworth.
That may be. But you know nothing's gonna come of it.
That's so mean, Mr. Nick. Feelings are meant to be told and shared.
Ow! Every time we talk about love, I always end up with a handprint on my face somehow. So anyway, let's continue our investigation.
Okay. Alright, I'm back.
Oh, what now?
One little thing before I forget. You can't go into On Guard's room today. Why? The police's main investigation team is gonna be in there all day, you hear?
I wonder if they're the team in charge of investigating the killer.
You don't go in there. Get one foot in there and you'll face the wrath of Wendy Oldbag.
Looks like we're the only ones here.
And yet, the hotel seems so busy somehow.
Probably because the police team is scouring for clues about the killer. I want some of that penis lobster. March 22nd, Water Hotel hallway.
Hiya, City Boy.
Lotta, you're still here.
Wrecking course. Investigative photographer meets her stars on her ability to snap up the scoop, yeah? And this hotel has that aura of mystery. You know, like something's always about to happen. But you have the camera? Rig given. A photographer's gotta have cameras out there like a corn to be a real pro, you know. So I'm hanging around here. Speaking of cameras and feet in the mouth, do you have mine, you bread thief?
Why can't you drop that thief thing already? I want to ask you about the night of the murder.
What?
Really gonna shell out the bucks for the info I got? Lotta, you were loitering in this hallway the night of the murder, were you not?
Well, kinda, but
Brace yourself, Phoenix. Here it comes.
I didn't exactly hang around here the entire time, you know. Bought a few stars around, got a few autographs, shook a few hands, had a soda pop with a few of them too.
Like she wasn't here the entire time that night.
The security lady also wasn't in this hallway the whole time either.
I guess it means there's no one who can tell us who came and went that night. So, about the note that was inside your camera case.
Oh, that ditty I wrote?
Yeah. Can I believe what you've written?
I mean the stuff about on guard showing his manager a lady in the corridor?
Yeah?
Ah, well, I reckon you best not be believing that.
What?
Look, I sort of wrote that on a whim, you know, writing whatever came to mind. Whatever came to mind? Yeah, when you get down to it, it's just a lot of random bull doodle. Hey, what's with you? Why are you staring at me like my grandpa used to? Hey, why do you suddenly look like you suddenly got older too? Or am I just shrinking here? My baby! My $1,600 baby! What's with that red-coated prosecutor anyway? Guy told me it was evidence and refused to give it back to me.
Well, that's kind of how it is.
Hey, you're that redcoat's friend, ain't you? You wanna just, meet him somewhere, give him some sloppy tilapia, and get my camera back? So put in a good few words for me and get me back my camera.
You want to do what?
Listen, that got real good for about 5 hours, and I guarantee he'll give it back.
Why don't you do it your own dirty work?
He put a restraining order on me. Well, I reckon it's time for me to get going. Tabloid photographer without a camera is just tabloid, huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
Keep yourselves together out there, you hear? I'm coming to see you in court tomorrow.
Okay, I'll see you then.
And you too, there, little one. Keep up the good work, okay? Okay. Don't be picky about your food now. Okay. And make sure you do all your homework, you hear? Okay. And if you happen to find yourself a camera, make sure you bring it right to me. Would you just please leave already?
I'm not allowed in Matt's room.
Ooh. Ooh. The snake.
That unworldly, ghastly moaning.
Ooh. Ooh. I hate you, evil ghost. Whoa.
I don't think it's a ghost. Maybe it's a demon?
Yeah, excuse me. Watch what you're calling a demon, brat.
Zoinks! The alien!
He called an alien.
Oh, it's just you, Miss Oldbag. What are you doing here?
Wars with the young'uns today. I came down here to pay my respects to poor Juan, and you're disturbing me.
Please talk to me about the night of the murder. Just one more time.
I've talked about it plenty at the trial. I was fooled, tricked, deceived by that fraud of a photographer and her note. She was loitering around here with an imbecile look on her face.
It was the look on her face? Okay, got it.
Now hold on a second there, you little pipsqueak. If you're gonna take note, at least make me sound better than that.
Oh, alright.
Everything.
Didn't you know, I was working that night too, doing my job. I did my own business. So it's not like I had time to waste standing around here the whole night.
Memory of Karita. I was wondering if you could tell me a bit more about Mr. Karita.
He's the most popular star, you know, especially where it counts in my book.
I hear that he was lagging behind in the polls against Mr. On Guard.
Ugh. Well, that's just a recent thing. Bad luck and all, that, you know. But he was going to become an even bigger star than he used to be. Look, just look at this mountain of presents. It's a show of the amount of feelings all his fans had for him.
Yeah. Mountain is pretty big. Certainly nothing to shake a stick at.
Mr. Dick?
What is it, Pearls?
The present. We're all bears, right?
He's got a point. There isn't a single thing here that isn't a bear. What's with all the fucking bears? Take it easy, my guy. My homie. All of Mr. Karita's presents from his fans seem to be bears.
Oh, that's because you can't think of one without thinking of bears.
Bear?
Why are bears?
You don't know? Look. When my dear Juan was training, he fought bare-handed with a bear. They refused to give in and let the bear win, but after the fight, they became friends.
Wow. What a heartwarming story.
Look, it's just like in those young people's dreams. I can see the two tuckered out. Down by a river, singing, hey, you sure can fight too. You too, bub, you too.
Did all that really happen?
In his biography, bub.
A little crock.
Ever since then, fans have been giving him bears as presents.
Yeah. Nice. Bears. I'm Uncle Bear, and I say it's barely 8 o'clock. What is that infernal racket?
One of the presents going off. Sounds like it's already 8 p.m. Way past your bedtime.
Ugh. That startled me. I thought I was gonna die for a second.
8 p.m. Time when the award ceremony ended that night, remember?
Time sure flies. Hard to believe it's been 2 days since the ceremony. The transceiver. Hello? Hello? This is not a... Oh. Maya! How's Maya? You haven't heard her, have you? It's
seems you were not able to fulfill your end of the bargain, Mr. Attorney. I've heard the news. Though it would seem my presence did you no good.
No! Mr. Maya! Mr. Maya!
One more day. Please. All I ask is for one more day. I'll get a not guilty verdict this time for sure. Please.
I suppose if I must. I need that acquittal more than anything else, after all.
Please. Please let Maya say something. I want to hear she's alright.
Oh,
What is this static all of a sudden? Hello? Hello? Damn it! Did the transceiver just suddenly break?
Oh, excuse me.
What happened?
I don't know. All of a sudden, it just became nothing but static.
Ah! Mr. Maya! Mr. Maya!
Why did the transceiver suddenly break like that? Should probably have an electronics expert look at it. Sooner the better. March 22nd, ride and kill loft.
Hey, welcome back, pal. I thought I'd make you a little something for dinner.
That's nice. Thanks.
A rich man's luxurious full-course meal. Out of a can, that is.
Sorry you went through all the trouble to cook, but I don't have the time to eat.
Oops, looks like you don't have a can opener, pal.
God, I'm kidding. And here I thought he had already whipped something up.
Oh, I know, there is one way I know how to be helpful. Ask me about anything you want, pal. Go ahead.
Well, since he's here and offering, I wonder what I should try asking him about.
Oh, the transceiver?
Oh, Mr. Nick, you should ask Mr. Swift, your detective, about that thing.
What thing?
Oh yeah, this thing just up and broke all of a sudden.
It, broke, pal?
When I was talking to the kidnapper, it just suddenly broke into static. Look, something like this.
Don't hear any static, pal.
Huh?
Maybe it fixed itself?
That's strange. I'm sure it was making a loud static noise.
Maybe.
Maybe what?
Maybe it was electromagnetic interference, pal.
Electromagnetic interference? So what is electromagnetic interference?
It's something that happens when a radio wave gets mixed up with another signal, pal.
Oh, when you put it that way.
I don't understand what you're talking about.
Like, for example, when a cell phone goes off next to a computer screen. Stuff on the screen gets kind of fuzzy and starts acting funny, right?
Yeah, it sure does that, I say, looking at my phone on the next to my laptop.
Huh? Computer?
It's like when you use the dryer next to the TV and the screen starts looking weird.
Oh, yes, TV does do that. Oh, so that's what you're talking about.
Seems amazingly happy at being able to understand this.
So, room you were in when the interference, the transceiver happened. There's gotta be something there that's sending out a very strong radio wave, pal.
Ah, welcome back. Yeah, I don't take you all the time you need. Uh, I try to archive these streams the best of my ability. I'm not going to archive any of those ones that were just like 3 minutes start of the stream because it hadn't started yet.
Something like a listening device or something.
Ah,
Hey, speaking of that, where were you when it happened?
We were in Mr. Kreda's room, the scene of the murder.
what?
That's it. I'm gonna go sneak into the precinct and get a bug sweeper. I'll meet you at the crime scene later. All right, pal?
Ah, wait, Gumshoe.
Oh yeah, baby. It's investigating time. I'm on fire, pal. My fingers are itching to go. Yeah!
Wait.
Yeah!
Going too, Mr. Nick.
All right, let's go.
Hey, finally here, pal.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
You have the bug sweeper?
Well, you see, I got busted trying to sneak in, pal, and suddenly I'm staring at the precinct's doors. From the outside, I mean, so... Yeah, I couldn't get one of the police bug sweepers.
What do you mean you couldn't get one? We need that item.
Hey, calm down, pal. Didn't say I didn't get one. Just not the police's.
Oh, so this is a bug sweeper?
It looks a little broken.
Hey, this was made when I was in elementary school, pal.
Oh? By who?
Me, of course. Seeing this sure brings back memories.
So Gumshoe just casually mentioned that he built a bug sweeper in elementary school.
Hey, don't look down on it, pal. Sure, it looks a little beat up, but, I put my heart and soul into building this puppy here.
Your heart and soul?
It'll work, trust me, pal. It'll do the job. But
But
you can't set the sensitivity. So it's gonna beep at anything that gives off electromagnetic waves.
Isn't it better that way?
Oh! Well, anyway, since I brought this all the way, might as well give it a whirl, right, pal?
getting that sinking feeling again.
Okay, now I'll tell you how to use this baby. There's a listening device or some other sort of bug hidden in this room, pal.
You're gonna find it, right?
Right. No, first, let's turn the sweeper on. Next, move the sweeper around to give the room a real, thorough look-see, pal. The sweeper will let you know how strong of a signal it's picking up, so you keep an eye on it, okay? Once you find something that's giving off a lot of radio waves, press it to lock onto it. There's a lot of things here that's going to give off radio waves. So take a good look at anything and everything that seems suspicious, okay, pal? Alright, we're gonna go stand outside and keep an eye out. Give me a yell if you find the bug. Got it, pal?
You're gonna stand outside?
Yeah, you have no idea how much radiation that thing is giving off. Now let me take Pearly outside, too.
Well, that's a television. But that's not it. That's a radio. Fucking bear.
Ah, what a lovely bear. Ah,
Ah, this must be one of those fancy bear-shaped toy robots.
robot? It's a real robot?
Yeah, it's a real one.
Nick,
Yes?
how many horsepowers is it? How many horsies?
Horsies? Well, look, it's a bear, so,
Um,
A cell phone. That's not it. Fucking lamp? Lamp. Check. Listening device? No.
a lot of lamps in this room, aren't there, Mr. Nick?
Yeah?
And they're all on. You shouldn't do that, Mr. Nick. Don't you know that's wasteful?
Ah, yeah, I'll be more conscientious now. Sorry. Oh, so every lamp gives it off. Okay. So we're looking for something that's not. I'm starting to think anything electronic is just going to make this thing go off.
The chips.
This is a giant stuffed teddy bear, right?
The biggest.
It's the biggest one I have ever seen.
Hey, so did you find it yet? The listening device, I mean?
No, not yet. But this bear's eye is.
Let's see. A perfectly normal stuffed bear with some really strong radio waves. Sounds like you found the device to me, pal. Let's stick this big fella's eye out and see what we got.
No, you can't. Such a violent act.
Mm.
No.
That's a miniature camera. It looks more like this more. There's a transmitter and a timer.
What a miter?
A transmitter, pal.
Oh, is this more of that high tech stuff?
So this tiny thing is a camera?
The pinhole CCD camera, pal. Small, high-grade video camera, mostly used in security systems.
So it's a video camera.
Runs on a battery, which comes with it in a set.
But no videotape in this camera.
This is only one camera part of here, pal. Tape recorder with all the tape inside is somewhere else.
Somewhere else?
The footage is changed into radio waves and then it's sent to the recorder.
So it's like TV broadcast, isn't it?
Hey, you're right.
Spy camera. Set to record the victim's room from 8 p.m. for 1 hour. Was running at the time of the murder. So, what is a transmitter?
The device that sends the footage the camera took to a specific destination. Like a video version of a listening device, pal.
It's like it's attached to a small clock-like thing.
Oh, that's a timer, pal. You can set it to turn the camera on and record at a certain time with it.
Set it for a certain time?
Yep, let's see. Looks like it was set to start at 8 p.m. and go for 1 hour.
8 p.m. Time the award ceremony.
There's no date yet, so it's been recording every night, I guess.
Mr. Detective, how long has this bear been here?
I'm pretty sure it's been here since the night of the murder.
Then maybe.
Maybe this camera got the murder on tape.
What?
And if you think about the angle the bear's at, bound to have a clear shot of the whole crime, pal.
Transmitter. Changes the footage taken by a spy camera into radio wave. Transmits the data. Stuffed bear.
There was a camera in this bear's eye.
It was disguised as a present.
I'm sure it was here on the night of the murder, pal. It's pretty big, so it stands out pretty well in my eye. In my mind.
Who gave Mr. Karita this present?
I don't know, pal. But this means that someone out there has got video of what happened here that night.
Isn't there any way we can find out who that person is?
Possible, pal. Radio waves can be sent almost anywhere, so there's no real way to find out.
Oh,
Well, it's 2017, so it couldn't have gone too far. Is there really no way to find out? Stuffed bear. I put this in my pocket. Spy cameras found in its right eye. Found in the victim's room.
I got it.
What?
Hey, pal, let me borrow this mini camera for a bit.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go around the electronics shop and see if I can find out who bought this.
That's impossible. I mean, it's already 9 p.m.
Leave it to me. Even if I have to search all night, I'll find your man, pal.
Spy camera and transmitter given to Detective Gumshoe.
Oh yeah, baby, it's investigating time. I'm on fire, pal. My fingers are itching to go. Yeah.
he's gone.
Yeah?
Mr. Scruffy Detective sure is a nice man. Pushing himself so hard, all for Mystic Maya's sake.
It's a mystery how you manage to do such things in the most inefficient ways, right? You'll have to excuse me. I heard your conversation just now. Edgeworth, what are you doing here? A rescue team has been created and deployed. I can't say I'm optimistic, but we have to move forward, one step at a time. I see. Thanks. Don't thank me yet. We still have to find her. Hello, little nine. There was a spy camera hidden inside this stuffed animal, You're one lucky man, right? You know this stuffed bear, little girl?
Not personally. I have no idea.
Of course not, you dumb motherfucker. The maker of this bear is a very expensive luxury brand from overseas. It's completely handmade, and only a small number of these are exported here. What? The camera and the transmitter that Scatterbrain Detective took with him are dead ends. Things like those can be bought anywhere. However, this bear is different. By tracking how it got into this country, this bear can tell us who the buyer is.
Can he really do that, Mr. Nick? Can he really?
Well, I guess so. It's 9 p.m. I think I can still make it in time. I'll be taking this for now. I'm sure you have other things you have to do. Enough bear snatched up by Edgeworth. You're coming with me, big guy. See you soon, right? Wait. What? Why are you doing this? I have no interest in explaining myself to someone who cannot comprehend. But besides that, right? Until court reconvenes tomorrow, you should concern yourself with this question. Who was the person that murdered Juan Creed? Real killer. Do you really think it was still Adrian An? To be honest, I don't know anymore. You still have a little time left. Find the truth, right? Everything begins with the truth. Juan Creed is a real killer. Miss Andrews passed. This stupid motherfucker. The kidnapper whose sole condition is an acquittal for Mr. On Guard. And this card. Shelly the killer. Maya, the only way I can save you now is to find all the answers to this case tonight. I don't understand what your real intentions are, Edgeworth. As you said, all I can do now is find the truth. To be continued. Save. We're gonna keep going. Still got March 22nd, 9:14 p.m. Gatewater Hotel, Narita's hotel room.
It's 9 p.m. already, isn't it? I wonder if Mr. Edgeworth has already found Mystic Maya.
These things take time. I'd say probably not. Police are professionals, girls. They'll find her. Don't you worry. And if we can win a not guilty verdict tomorrow, then everything will be okay.
You're right.
The real person who killed Mr. Krita was
Assassin, Mr. Chili the Killer, right?
hard. Miss Andrews found at the scene of the crime seems to be proof of that. But if that's the case, then a new question comes to mind. Who was the one that hired the killer to begin with? Who was his client?
You mean, who asked for the murder?
That person didn't want to dirty their own hands in blood, but whoever this client is, they're still a killer.
Who could have hired the assassin? You think it was Miss Andrews?
I wonder. But if she was the client, then why go through the effort to stab the knife into the corpse herself?
Miss Andrews isn't the client then. No, it can't be.
Matt on guard himself? Was it Matt?
Mr. Ungard really did hire the assassin.
And he's not innocent at all. Far from it, he would be guilty of the crime.
But it can't be Mr. Ungard, right? I mean, when we first talked with him.
Mr. On guard, I'd like to ask you one more question. Did you kill Mr. Juan Creta?
Alright, just so we're clear, dude. I didn't kill anyone, and that includes Juan Creta, okay?
I didn't see any psychic locks at that time. Actually, it reminds me.
Do you remember something, Mr. Nick?
Yeah. Something Miss Andrews said at the trial today. She said something interesting.
What is this interesting thing?
Oh, that's right. You didn't hear it, did you, Pearl?
Juan bet everything on the Jammin' Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought anyway. It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. Mr. Ungard's secret. What is the secret?
I don't know yet. For now, let's think about it this way. Mr. Creta was going to reveal this secret. That means Mr. On Guard had plenty of motive to have Mr. Creta silent. I mean, we have to meet with Mr. On Guard. There's no way around it now. March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel hallway.
Wow, it's really getting late, isn't it, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, it's past 9 p.m. already, but we still have some things to prepare for tomorrow's trial. Still, the matter of the secret Mr. Creta held about Mr. On Guard. Sandra's real intentions. These are two things I must know tonight.
Aren't visiting hours over at the detention center?
I'm sure we'll think of something, Pearls. Don't you worry. Goodbye.
What is a whippersnapper? All I know is nothing has anything to do with you is ever good. Just like now, I was headed the strange device for who knows what reason. I was told to use it to search the whole hotel.
That's the bug sweeper, isn't it? The one Gumshoe made.
I don't know, and frankly, I don't care. But the request came from Edgy Poo, so.
It's worth it.
And he said,
If you feel angry, direct your anger at that unsophisticated lawyer.
so I'm gonna feel free to direct all my anger towards you.
Gee, thanks a bundle, Edgeworth. What a pal you are. You have anything important to say? No. Probably.
It's absolutely top secret, so you'd better keep it to yourselves. I heard they found a spy camera hidden in one of them prisons.
Very interesting. I haven't heard this before.
I'm sure it was, you know, it was to catch poor Juan in the middle of a scandalous meeting.
Scandalous? What's that?
It means, well, you know, that gossip's been going around about my dear Juan.
You okay, ma'am?
No.
Oh, you mean that thing about Miss Andrews? But I'm sure she must have had some reason for getting close to Mr. Kurita.
I'll let you in on another secret, young'un. I know who planted that spy camera. It was that obnoxious, puffy-haired photographer girl. The nerve of some people. Spying on people by herself, as if I wouldn't have wanted to see it for myself, too.
Well,
Wow.
the alien actually admitted her true intentions for a change.
I don't know what you're thinking exactly, but I bet that it's nothing good.
But I didn't say anything.
So you want to know about Juan and that manager, right? Actually, as I hear, they were something of a refreshing pair, those two.
Oh?
I tell you, Juan really opened that manager with open arms, I hear.
That, manager? Who are you talking about?
You don't know? That manager woman Juan had. It's a shame she killed herself, though.
Oh, you're talking about Miss Celeste Impact, Miss Andrews' mentor, right?
Yes, that's the one. That Celeste girl. She was supposed to get married, you know.
Married? You mean to Mr. Kurita?
Really? You young kids today don't know anything, do you? That girl Celeste killed herself 3 days after their marriage announcement.
3 days after the announcement? What in the... Earl, go home.
He was gonna get married.
Well, that's because he was thrown away, you see, by Juan.
What?
You're gonna get married, right? You promised each other, right?
They held a grand announcement session, but 3 days later, Juan suddenly canceled their marriage.
Is that true?
It was in the weekly magazine.
But what?
But why? Why did he do that?
That was not in the magazines, unfortunately.
See.
That night after Warren called off the wedding, that manager Celeste killed herself. How terrible. Notice how I'm going fast to get that picture off the screen.
I wonder what happened between those two.
March 22nd, Baywater Hotel lobby. On that night, there must have been at least a few hundred people here. I guess the police are done with their questioning and investigating. It looks like things here in the lobby have finally calmed down. I went to the wrong place.
Doesn't look like Mr. Scruffy Detective's here.
Oh, he's out there with that camera asking around at all the electronic stores.
Then I'll make some salad for him for dinner.
Good, stay here. Looks like Pearls really appreciates what Gumshoe is doing for us.
Mr. Nick,
Yes?
where's the lettuce?
I don't think I've ever bought lettuce before.
Guess we'll have to give up on making a salad then.
Fuck. Guess the lack of lettuce is kind of a problem. I've never even seen a vegetable, Pearls. Visiting hours ended a few hours ago. Looks like we're not going to get a chance to talk with Mr. On Guard tonight.
Isn't what we have to ask very important?
Yeah, but I don't think that matters to the guard.
Feels sort of tense in here, doesn't it, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, it does. I wonder if something happened. You're Mr. On Guard's lawyer, right? Yes, sir. Well, we finally found just the person we've been looking for. Real decisive witness. Decisive witness? You mean for the On Guard case? I'll tell you the witness's statement right now. Gotta hand it to Mr. Edgeworth. Edgeworth up to now.
Who is this witness?
I think you know this lawyer quite well, Mr. Law.
Mr. Nick?
Between the kidnapper's demand and now this, I can't see any way to win here. Oh yeah, Mr. Edgeworth wanted me to tell you something. He did? Even though visiting hours are long over at the detention center, he wanted me to grant you special permission, so there you go.
What?
I already called them, so they know. Go on, go talk to your heart's content. Thank you very much.
Such good news, Mr. Nick.
Go talk to your heart's content. Sounds like the police are pretty sure they have tomorrow's trial in the bag. But they must have transferred Miss Andrews here by now. So that means that both Mr. On Guard and Miss Andrews are in this detention center. Now then, whose story do I want to hear? I want to talk to Adrian. Oh,
It's you.
sorry to be visiting at such a late hour, but there are a few questions I absolutely have to ask you tonight.
I thought your client was Matt.
Sure, Miss Andrews knows something. She can't be clueless about the secret Mr. Garita had on Mr. On Guard. I'd like to ask you about Matt On Guard, if you don't mind.
Mr. Wright. You still don't know, do you? The real him.
I'm going to bear a lot of resentment towards Mr. On Guard. If that's the case, then why did you become his manager? Why would you become intimate with his rival?
That has nothing to do with it. Nothing.
About Miss Celeste's impacts.
Finally put her death behind me. Now, thanks to you, it's all come back to the surface.
Sorry.
Yes, I was shocked by her suicide. It's true that when I heard the rumor that Juan was the one who had hidden her suicide note, I began to draw close to him. I wanted to get her suicide note back and to burn it.
You wanted to burn it? But why?
I didn't want it to spread her like just another piece of gossip. I never held any murderous intent towards Juan. I would never do something so stupid.
Suicide note, huh? I wonder what it said. Why frame him? Why did you try to frame Mr. On Guard?
That's simple. Killer. Why? Isn't it the duty of every good citizen to inform the police? There had to be another way.
Police are excellent at doing their job, so they'd figure it out, right?
Yes, they're so good that they couldn't figure out the real truth behind it. So let's... And truth.
I know you're not the type of person to do something without a reason. So, please, tell me why you did what you did.
Ben. Huh? You say something just now?
Psyche lock, huh?
Don't you understand yet? You're not my lawyer. To be honest, you're more like my enemy. But
Sure, I just heard Miss Andrews say revenge. I'm pretty sure these start doing some pretty good damage at this point. Why frame him? Can you please tell me why you framed Mr. On Guard for the murder?
I already told you countless times. Because I thought Matt was the killer.
No. Not it. I know you, and you have a personal reason to dislike Mr. On Guard. Miss Andrews. You may think I didn't hear it, but I know you said something earlier. You said revenge.
The thing I was taking my revenge out on Matt. Why is that? It's an absurd idea. I don't have anything I want to take revenge on.
Andrews. A woman who lives by being dependent on other people. There is something, or someone in her past that would make her take revenge.
Left.
Only one catalyst that could cause such strong feeling, and even revenge. That is Miss Impact's suicide.
What are you trying to say? Celeste was Juan's manager. On top of that, the one who hit her suicide note was also Juan. What does all this have to do with Matt?
You're right. You haven't mentioned him yet. But for you to hate Mr. On Guard, that'd mean that he must have some relation to Miss Impact suicide.
Can you explain to me this relation between Celeste and Matt?
Ooh. Yeah, I don't have that evidence. I don't think I have enough evidence yet. I think I should investigate and gather some more clues before I try again. Now then, whose story do I want to hear? Matt On Guard.
Dude, it's Mr. Wright. I hope you can get me off the hook tomorrow. I'm counting on you.
I hope so too. Edward just dropped a bombshell on me by saying Juan Carita was killed by an assassin, that the assassin's client, this man, Matt On Guard.
What's wrong?
Mr. On Guard. It's something I must know with 100% certainty.
You seem kind of different. You're totally not like your usual lawyer's dude self.
About the press conference.
You mean the one where Juan was gonna dress up as the Nickel Samurai?
Yeah, I heard a little bit more about it from Miss Andrews.
Looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed.
Could you please fill me in on what the secret is, please? Oh, fuck. That is 5 Psyche locks. I think the most we've seen at this point is 4
This big, don't tell me.
Psyche locks.
You said a secret, right? But I don't have any idea what that is. I don't have any idea what it is. Do you, dude?
I asked him what his secret was. And we got that reaction. Do you know about Miss Carita and Miss Andrews' relationship?
Well, it's all over the tabloids, dude. Oh, but I don't know any of the details, if that's what you mean. Look, how many times do I have to tell you? I don't care about what Juan did with his life.
Miss Andrews. She had a purpose in mind when she started seeing Mr. Kurita. Her mentor was Mr. Kurita's manager. Miss Andrews was gonna get Miss Impact's suicide note. Celeste. Does that jog any memories?
Dude, I suddenly got totally hungry. You up for a pizza? My treat.
Chick? What's a pizza? Is it the kind of pea like green peas?
Let's go eat one later, okay? You're gonna fucking love it.
Oh, I got cut off by the pizza dude at the shop.
That's too bad.
Well, how about we get our minds off this topic and talk about something else, okay?
Mr. On Guard. Are you connected to Miss Impact's suicide in some way? They sentenced you.
I should have saved.
Okay, this can't kill me. That's secret. Now, let's hear what this secret of yours is. What if Mr. Kurita had been successful in his plan? What would he have disclosed?
I told you before, dude. I don't know. I don't know anything about Juan, okay? Look, Mr. Wright. I can keep on saying it until I'm blue in the face, but I totally didn't pay Juan any attention the whole time that night. I mean, come on! I was in the middle of a nap.
Don't lie to me.
Oh?
I know you paid close attention to Mr. Kurita, especially on that night.
I don't think I have any evidence.
Yeah, I don't have evidence. Don't think I have enough evidence yet. I should investigate and gather some more clues before I try again. March 22nd. We're just in his house. Looks like no one is around.
What happened to that person with the stuffed teddy face?
Oh, she must mean that baller with the stitches on his face.
Sue!
Meow!
Oh, there you are. I guess you're still awake, huh, Sue?
Meow!
Come on, let's play.
Wonder if that butler was already asleep or not. I really like that theme, by the way. It's kind of Matt's theme, but it's like the overall investigation theme for this entire case. Really cool. There we are.
Oh, Mr. Wright, please, you have to help me.
Uh-oh. Mr. Powers.
What happened? Why are you here?
Well, you see, I got roped into this somehow.
What?
Now I'm gonna testify at tomorrow's trial.
So the decisive witness, Mr. Powers.
I was talking with the detective up until a while ago, and I was on my way home, and all of a sudden, you're under arrest, and I was brought back here.
Oh.
They said my face and whole self in general looked suspicious or something.
Well, I guess I can see how they thought you looked suspicious.
Oh, I'm just a normal guy on an exercise show for kids. Is that a crime?
So, about this testimony you're giving, what are you going to talk about?
I really don't know yet. But it sounds like I saw something pretty important from what they tell me.
You saw something important? What was it?
Oh, well, the detective told me not to talk about it. Can't tell anyone, especially not that lawyer, he said.
What do you think that lawyer the detective was talking about?
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it's me.
Yeah, you got it.
A stick! I and myself are your only two allies in this whole world, but it's alright.
Ouch. I don't really have a lot of friends, do I?
This is gonna do a lot of damage to Madge, you know? Because he's got that refreshing like a spring breeze image going.
What is he really like?
Well, let's see. It's always been kind of a player with women. You never really turn a pretty face away, if you know what I mean? He'd always say it's just a game to justify himself.
What? How horrible! That's unforgivable!
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. But you know, he said once that only one person in the world who won't swoon over me.
One person who won't swoon over him?
His manager, you know, Miss Adrian Andrews.
Why is Mr. Powers suddenly looking kind of energetic?
Oh, you see, I'm actually quite a sucker for gossip. I mean, celebrities in their world have this dazzling sort of image, right?
Dazzling sort of image, but aren't you a part of that dazzle, Mr. Powers?
Oh, I'm more of a hairy, smelly, brutish kind of guy, you see. But it's okay, really. I get to hear plenty of gossip about a lot of the other stars around me as things happen.
Well, that's true.
Oh, hey, did you hear about this yet? About Miss Sandra's mentor and her suicide?
Venus Impact?
I heard something about how her wedding was canceled.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought about it a little the other day, about that mysterious death. Hey, Mr. Wright, why don't you ask me about that? Go on, go ahead.
Powers is so charged, his skin is practically glowing with electricity.
Hey, so, have you heard this? Les left a suicide note. They say that Juan went and hid it.
We heard about that in court today. There wasn't any actual proof that she had left a note.
Well, this is what I think. I think something bad was written on that note. Something bad for Juan, that is.
Something bad for Mr. Karita?
Why do you figure so?
Well, before she died, Les talked with a few of her friends. And she said, it looks like I got caught up with an truly insidious man.
Truly insidious man? Does she mean Mr. Karita by that?
Well, there's no one else that fits the bill, right? That'd be the reason enough for him to hide the suicide note.
I see. That's some good info, thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Guard and Mr. Andrews, they're both at the detention center right now. Things I don't understand or know about, I'm sure. I have to get the two of them to tell me everything.
Stick! Your phone!
Hey! That's a Steel Samurai song, isn't it?
I don't like the sound of this ringtone right now. It sounds kind of ominous.
I know.
Hello?
We're in trouble now, pal. I'll be back at the office real soon. What's wrong? Something really unexpected just happened. It's Edgeworth,
Edgeworth?
Anyway, hurry up and get back to the office, pal. I don't know what's going on anymore. It's no good.
Hello? You got cut off.
What's going on, Mr. Dick?
Gumshoe said we needed to go back to the office right away.
We should hurry up back.
Scared to go back.
What are you talking about, Mr. Dick? Pull yourself together.
Maybe it'll be good news.
Somehow I doubt that.
What took you so long, pal? Mr. Edgeworth couldn't stick around forever and had to go.
Well, what happened?
We got him. We know who bought that spy camera.
Eh? This quickly?
And this bear's what gave him away, pal.
The bear.
I figured it out, pal. I figured that we should have been looking more into the bear instead of the camera.
But wasn't it Mr. Edgeworth that big?
And go on.
There's only one person who bought one of these bears who's related to this crime.
Who is it? Who would be so rude as to spy on another person in their room?
Matt on guard.
Huh?
Matt on guard, your client, that's who, pal.
Here I thought things couldn't get any worse. Are you sure you heard right? That the person who bought this bear was...
I heard it from the department store clerks, pal. This is the credit card receipt for the purchase. With $3,800, pal. That's an exact match to the price of that stuffed bear.
Receipts? All you have?
Yeah, it's not just the receipt, pal. Your clerk said so himself. He told me. I'm sure I sold the bear to Matt on guard. I mean, the clerk even got Mr. On Guard's autograph out of it, pal. So I'm sure the person that bought the stuffed bear was Mr. On Guard himself.
My sight is failing me. This can't be. What about the spy camera we found?
Oh, that was a dead end, pal. I mean, you can get this kind of thing from anywhere. But for now, I guess I can give these back to you. File away into evidence.
Spy camera, transmitter, and stuffed bear refiled. Court record. Let's record the victim's room from 8 p.m. for 1 hour. Running at the time of the murder.
I know you don't want to give up, pal.
Never thought. Didn't think it was possible. The person who put the camera in Mr. Juan Carita's room was Matt on guard.
Why did Mr. Ungard do something like this?
I bet it was to catch Miss Andrews and Mr. Carita in one of their rendezvous.
I bet it's not good enough for me. I have to know the absolute truth behind this camera.
Are you gonna go see him, Mr. On Guard, I mean?
Yes.
I'm scared, Mr. Nick. I wonder what we will find out next.
Scared myself. I have to put on a good face for pearls. Matt on guard. What in the world have you done? Convention Center.
You're working you're working really late, you know. It's already past 10 p.m., my dude.
I think it's time you told me the truth.
Relax. Don't you know that ignorance is bliss? But if you really want to know, let's talk.
Matt's secret. Now, let's hear what this secret of yours is. I'm gonna sit up for this. I'm on one health. I should have saved. What if Mr. Carita had been successful in his plan? What would he have disclosed?
I told you before, dude. I don't know anything about Juan, okay? Look, Mr. Wright. I can keep on saying it until I'm blue in the face, but I totally didn't pay Juan any attention the whole time that night. I mean, come on. I was in the middle of a nap.
Don't lie to me.
Oh?
I know you paid close attention to Mr. Carita, especially on that night. Someone used this camera to secretly film Mr. Carita's room the night of the murder.
Secretly film? What?
And then sent the images the camera took with this transmitter.
Wow, but dude, where was this camera you're talking about hidden?
Spy camera was hidden in this bear's eye. A bear that was supposed to be a present from a fan.
Yeah, I guess one had a few of those kinds of fans too, huh, dude?
Actually, I wouldn't say this bear was a present from a fan.
You sure, dude? Who else could it be from?
The person who gave this bear to Mr. Kurita was. Uh-oh. Well, Mr. On Guard?
Hold on a sec. I'm gonna ask my mom, okay? She says that I can't be friends with someone like you. Go home. If you don't go away, I'm gonna call the police on you.
Mr. Nick, if you push yourself anymore, your soul will shatter. Please calm down. Collect your thoughts and try again.
I made too many mistakes. Okay, so we're gonna save after this, it looks like. Because I fat fingered the button. I know you paid close attention to Juan Kurita because of this camera.
Did you see my health bar?
The person who gave this bear to Mr. Kurita was you. Mr. On Guard, don't you know this bear from somewhere?
Not personally. I don't think I've ever met Mr. Bear before, dude.
Aw, but he says he knows you. How could you forget such a great friend?
What else did the bear tell you?
He says that the one who put the camera in his eye was you, Mr. On Guard.
If I didn't know how you work in court, I'd think I was in some serious trouble. Come on! This is all a joke, right? You're just pulling my leg, dude?
It's like you're not ready to give up your secret.
Oh, do you have any proof you want to show me first?
Here's my proof that it was you who put the camera inside the bear. I have here one credit card receipt, Mr. On Guard, from when you bought that stuffed bear.
Dude, all you can tell from this is that I spent $3,800. I go to that department store all the time, okay? This $3,800, this could be that toothbrush I bought that one time.
$3,800 toothbrush?
It's ivory. It's got elephant hair for bristles.
Ew. Elephant hair? Is that what rich people use nowadays?
I also take the plane in order to go to my bathroom, dude.
Anyway, store clerk clearly remembers you and your purchase. After all, you even gave him an autograph, did you not?
Dude, you should have said that earlier. Can I ask you one thing?
Yes?
You're my lawyer, right, dude? So, if you are, then why are you looking into stuff like that?
Because if I don't know the truth, I can't help you.
Sounds more like stupid lawyer talk to me. Hey, let's stop talking about this, okay?
No, not yet. I haven't asked why you set the camera up yet. And what your secret is. Of course, it would be strictly confidential.
So, what are you gonna do now?
I'm gonna go find out what I want to know. Because I must. The reason you hid this camera in Mr. Kurita's room and filmed it in secret is...
Uh-oh!
Mr. On Guard?
Dude, how about you take that bear home with you and talk to it? sure Mr. Bear will talk with you about it as much as I will, which is not at all. Uh-oh. What is this card?
Maybe he doesn't know about this card. This is a certain man's calling card. The man's name is Shelly the Killer. I'm sure you know of him, don't you?
Shelly the Killer? Oh, that's ridiculous, man. Why would I know some shady scumbag like him?
You really don't know him. Why are you acting acting so jumpy all of a sudden? This is it. Finally starting to get to the truth. I can't afford to make any more mistakes now. Mr. On Guard, I know why you know Mr. the Killer. It's because since you're the one who set up that camera, that means you knew. You knew exactly what was going to happen in that room. So, how? How would you know something like that? Because you're his client. That's why. You hired Shelly the Killer to assassinate Mr. Juan Carita. The real mastermind behind this whole murder is you, Matt On Guard.
Oh, and here I was trying to be a good boy for you, dude. I thought if you didn't know, you'd be able to do your job without feeling bad. Well, that's what I thought anyway.
Mr. On Guard. You really did hire?
Hold on a sec. I'm gonna consult myself, okay?
Consult myself?
Well, I guess it's probably about time anyway.
About time for what?
I think it's time for you to meet him now, Mr. Lawyer Dude. How do you do, Mr. Lawyer? I'm Matt On Guard.
I'm going to let you listen to this song. Matt has two themes. If I remember correctly, this one is called Endgame. Matt's secret.
Well done, Mr. Wright. I bet it wasn't easy to gather as much information as you have.
You're really Shelly the Killer's client?
You didn't really think I would dirty my own hands in this, did you?
What do you mean?
And that woman, Adrian, was quite brave herself, trying to stick the crime on me. I didn't think she had it in her. But all I care about is that Juan is dead. Isn't that right, Mr. Lawyer?
You're lying! What a terrible...
It's way past your bedtime, little girl. Go on. Let us grown-ups talk about more adult things.
But why? Why did you hide the video camera?
A weakling soon believes the words of others, just like that pathetic Adrian.
Knew about Miss Andrews' secret?
But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone,
Least of all assassins. What?
Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. They turn their clients into cash cows by holding the sinful deed over their heads. And a superstar like me? How much do you think I'm worth? Care to guess?
And that's why?
Yes. That's where the video comes. It's got his face and the crime scene recorded on it, preserved for all time. With that, I can keep him at bay, and even blackmail him if I want. That's right. That video is my insurance. Isn't that what they call it, Mr. Wright?
Why would you do something so wrong?
Because I'm a grown-up and I can.
Good enough of an answer for you, little girl?
Why? Why would you kill Mr. Kurita?
Because he was about to sling so much dung onto my beautiful public image. Scandals are a little annoying, aren't they?
This is all because of that press conference, isn't it?
Mr. Kurita had been able to give it, so that Mr. On Guard's secret would have...
Oh, well, that's what we call taking advantage of the situation, you know? I had no interest in doing it, really, but bit by bit it crept up on me. And then the situation just presented itself perfectly. How beautiful, I thought.
And that Mr. Kurita ended up dead.
Let me tell you something. I'm not like Adrian. I don't depend on anyone. People are simply things to be used. Used and thrown away. Put on a sweet, innocent face, and people will swallow anything you feed them. Adrian fell for it. The assassin too. And oh, how can I forget? Even you fell for it, Mr. Lawyer. Everyone, all working their butts off for me. Not on guard. Aw, did that leave you speechless? What a shame. What's wrong, Mr. Lawyer? You've grown awfully quiet.
I've been so deceived by you all this time. When we first met, I asked you if you had killed Juan Kurita, and you answered very clearly that you hadn't killed anyone.
Hey now, I never told you any lies. The person who did the killing was that killer guy, right? All I'm guilty of is taking a cat nap in my room.
You killed Mr. Kurita!
I dare you to say that in court tomorrow. Oh, but too bad. You can't. You're my lawyer, after all, aren't you? You could always drop my case and refuse to represent me. How does that sound? Oh, but you can't.
Can you? That would be the one thing you absolutely can't do.
Mystic Maya!
You wouldn't want to test a killer.
He's a man of his word. Or so I hear.
You could end up getting a certain friend of yours
Rubbed out if you lose. You scoundrel!
So if I were you, Mr. Wright, Esquire, I think I would give it my all tomorrow. Remember, everyone likes a happy win-win resolution.
I'll get you for this.
That's such a cliche phrase. Juan said something just like that in memory. Of course, well, we all know how things turned out for him, don't we? Good night, Mr. Lawyer.
Maya, what am I supposed to do now?
And now you've finally found it.
Starting the line of this case.
Edgeworth.
I don't care for the horde atmosphere here. Let's return to the precinct. I teleported us here.
Well, right. What are you going to do? You plan on changing your strategy?
No! Can't do that!
That's right. He's holding Maya hostage. What should I do? It's not something I can answer for you.
Mr. Edgeworth,
Right? Only you can decide where to go from here. 1 year ago at that time, I didn't understand what a prosecutor was. And that is why I had to leave the prosecutor's office. I felt that I couldn't stand in a court of law until I knew what a prosecutor really was. And now, Wright, your turn. My turn? What is this thing called a lawyer? What can you do as one? You must find the answer. You must find it on your own. A lawyer. Fight for someone who is clearly a killer. Not on guard. That man is really... Ugh! It doesn't matter who. Every person deserves a proper defense in a fair trial. Not the base of our judicial system. Proper defense. But what exactly is that? Where a lawyer forcibly and blindly gets an acquittal through shouting and trickery? Ironic that you, of all people, should say such a thing. Is that exactly how you have fought for your clients up until now? Well, that may be true, but that's because I believed in my clients to be innocent from the bottom of my heart. But if I were to get on guard and acquittal, that isn't a proper defense at all. I became a lawyer because I thought I could save people who are suffering and in pain. But I look at this mess we're in. I can't even protect the person closest to me. Even if I win the case, I still lose in the end. Just don't know what to do! Right? Would you get a hold of yourself? You have it all wrong. We aren't some sort of heroes. We're only human, you and I. You want to save someone? That's something easier said than done, what did you say? You are a defense attorney. You can't run away from that. You can only fight. That's all you can do. I fight. People like you and Francisca von Karma are always using all you have to pin me down. Because you're a fucking bot. You fight to the very end, even when you know the truth is not with you. But I'm not like you. I can't fight for a false verdict, for a man I clearly know to be guilty. Francisca. She fights for herself. The only thing she fights for is her perfect win record. That's all. And? Isn't that the same thing as you? Isn't that why you ran away a year ago? Because your precious win record was destroyed? You're so petty. I see. Now I understand why you despise me so. However, you are mistaken. What are you? Thanks to you, you sealed off my path to a perfect win record. I began to realize the error of my way. I realized that things such as a perfect record were meaningless.
what?
I don't believe you. Are you saying that is why you left the prosecutor's office? Then why? Why are you here now? The answer to that is something you will find out on your own. I have faith you will see it before the verdict is read tomorrow. But if you can't, you will be powerless to change the ending of this story.
It's Nick, the transceiver.
I'm sorry for what happened earlier. Now then, Mr. Attorney, Do you wager you can obtain an acquittal tomorrow? My. What is the matter, Mr. Attorney? I don't sense your usual anger this time.
Tell me, please. Why are you holding Maya hostage for Mr. On Guard's sake? Why are you doing this for that cold-blooded killer? Right.
Please don't misunderstand me. He is my client.
Don't toy with me. A man who hires an assassin is just as much of a killer himself.
I believe you are asking me for a reason why I am doing what I am.
Yeah.
This is what I like to call my aftercare.
The heck is aftercare?
I see you're not into BDSM. My name carries a certain amount of honor and dignity. I take great care to ensure that no suspicion falls under my client for my hunt. It is what is called client relations, and it is part of an assassin's duty.
Assassin's duty?
We were unlucky this time, as my client was arrested as a suspect. As a result, I did what I had to do to enlist your expert help, Mr. Attorney. And to ensure that you would do everything in your power to the very end.
What is your name?
I believe I told you before. However,
Did.
my name is Killer. Shelly.
You're Shelly the Killer?
Please keep in mind you do not have much space to maneuver with me. As a killer, I always finish what I set out to do. If you fail to keep up your end of the bargain,
Maya.
my duty as an assassin, see to it that she receives a nice long.
No!
Now then, you'll excuse me. If someone were to trace this signal back, it would be quite trouble.
Meow.
Maya! Mr. Maya!
I don't know what to say. Edgeworth. Did you hear that? At the end of that transmission. Huh? Oh, that. Sounded like a cat.
A cat?
Can't be. That cat. Can it?
What is it?
I think I know where Shelly the Killer is holding Maya hostage. Edgeworth, have all police units head for Miss On Guard Mansion immediately. Alright. You hurry over as well then. Don't lose hope yet, Pearls. The fight has only just begun.
Yeah.
March 22nd, On Guard Mansion, living room. Maya!
Please answer us, Mr. Maya!
We have this area completely surrounded. There's no way for him to escape. Assuming he's still in the area. Can't believe it. That butler, all this time, he was the killer. He and On Guard were working together all this time. I'm sure they had worked out a contingency plan ahead of time. Bear! Fuck!
That's the figurine of a bear. There are a lot of cuts in it for some reason.
Figurine added to the court record. A wooden bear-shaped figurine. It's covered in many thin cuts. Bear. Is that more of a thing for Mr. Burita? How would something like this be here? Right, look down. There's a little pit door installed here.
Ah, I'm
Sure, that's for sure.
I think that it came through that little door.
This door, it's locked.
So I'm pretty used to breaking doors down by now. Let's go, Edgeworth. Ah! There's no one here! From the looks of this room, I would say this is On Guard's private lab. Look at this, Wright. Antenna for receiving radio signals, and a VCR. Check inside the deck. There's a tape would be an important piece of evidence. We're lucky it'll have the moment the crime was committed recorded on it. I'm sorry, but tape deck is empty. No tape to be found.
Oh,
But there's no mistake that someone used this to record something. It looks like someone took the tape we're looking for and escaped with it. Searched all over. It looks like he got away. I'm sorry. It looks like he slipped out of our grasp this time. And we lost our only lead. Don't give up yet. That little girl's looking to you to be her pillar. Yeah. You're right. We're close. I can tell. I've already set up checkpoints along every route leading out of this district. Leave the rest to us. Fire. It's like a picture of Miss Impact. With love. Celeste.
Impact, I mean,
Yes. Mr. Karita's former manager.
what a picture of Miss Impact be in Mr. On Guard's mansion.
Why does it say with love? Might be a clue. Celeste photo. Found it on Guard Mansion. With love, Celeste is written on. What's wrong, Pearls?
Please let me see that picture frame.
What's so special about the frame?
On the back. Something written on the back of the frame. Maya. It's Miss Maya. She left us a message.
What?
I thought you'd come. I knew you would. Now listen up. You'd better get On Guard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime bag and not guilty, I'll never forgive you. Ever. I'm fine. So you don't need to worry. So much I want to write, but I don't think I have a lot of time. Hurley, you're there too, right? Make sure you help Nick, okay? Someone's gotta watch out for the helpless one. That's it for now, Nick. I guess I'll talk to you guys later. No! Mystic Maya!
Right? What's wrong? Why the blank stare? Oh, nothing. We've searched the house, and this is the last room. It looks like he eluded us. Edgeworth. Yes? As far as clues go, I think this is all I'm going to get. But I'm still short one last thing. What is that? Andrew's psyche lock. What the fuck is a psyche lock? If I could just find out what secret she's holding. I think I stand a chance in court tomorrow. Blow this case wide open. Expose the truth. I think I know what you're thinking. I'll contact the detention center. Thanks, Edgeworth. Well, let's go, Pearls. It's time to open up that last lock. March 22nd, detention center, visitor's room.
Good evening, Mr. Wright. Wright? What's wrong? You look at... Are you crying?
No, Miss Andrews. I've come to remove your psyche lock.
What the fuck is a psyche lock?
I want to know, and you will tell me your secret.
Fine. Go ahead. Try to break me, if you can.
You'll notice that Matt's theme was still playing like almost that entire time. I'll get into that at the end of the stream. By framing. Can you please tell me why you framed Mr. On Guard for the murder?
I've already told you countless times it's because I thought Matt was the killer.
Not it. I know you have a personal reason to dislike Mr. On Guard. Miss Andrews, you may think I didn't hear it, but I know you said something earlier. You said revenge.
Are you saying I was taking my revenge out on Matt, and that's why? What an absurd idea. I don't have anything I want to take revenge for.
Yeah. A woman who lives by being dependent on other people. There is something or someone in her past that would make her take revenge.
Celeste,
Only one catalyst that could cause such strong feeling, even revenge. That is Miss Impact's suicide.
what are you trying to say? Celeste was Juan's manager. On top of that, the one who hit her suicide note was also Juan. What does all this have to do with Matt?
You're right. You haven't mentioned him yet. But for you to hate Mr. On Guard, it would mean that he must have some relation to Miss Impact and her suicide.
Can you explain to me this relation between Celeste and Matt?
This is a photo of Miss Impact, correct? She looks younger than when she passed away, though. With love, Celeste. It's Miss Impact's handwriting, isn't it?
Where did you find this? No, that's alright. It was a rhetorical question.
Yeah, it is. I found this at Mr. On Guard's mansion.
After all this time, my last remaining secret has been revealed.
Why frame him?
Celeste. He was supposed to get married to Juan.
Yes, but I heard that it didn't work out.
Because Mr. Greta didn't want to get married to her anymore, right? Yes. Because of Matt. Because of Mr. On Guard? But what do you mean?
I think I can see where this is going.
Celeste. She was Matt's manager a long time ago. She was the happiest woman in the world at the time. I was working part-time back then, and I often saw the two of them together.
So that's why. Love Celeste is written on the frame of that picture. They were a couple.
They were a couple, weren't they? It wasn't anything as splendid as that. Celeste was being used. Toyed with. Until she was thrown away. So horrible! That entire image has been built around how nice and wonderful of a man he is. Scandal would have destroyed that. Which is why Celeste, in her kindness, moved over to Worldwide. That is where she met Juan. She seemed really happy with him, even happier than when she was with Matt. Celeste and Juan were such a good match that they were even planning on getting married. And then, it was suddenly called off. On the night Juan called their marriage off, Celeste killed herself. That's why I framed Matt. It was revenge for Celeste and for myself. Sure, even you can guess why Juan called the wedding off, right? Matt confessed to Juan about his relationship with Celeste.
See. So that's what happened.
But why did Mr. Greta have to call off the wedding? I don't understand at all. It was probably because of his worthless male pride. Juan and Matt were always fierce rivals. Matt waited for the wedding announcement and then unleashed the truth on Juan. He was aiming for when it would hurt Juan the most. Enormous impact. That wasn't. That day, I'm almost certain that Celeste left a suicide note behind. In that note, she left a detailed account of Matt's various misdeeds, and she would never again be hurt by Matt. She chose to die. That's when Juan discovered her body. He hid her note. Why would he do that? Simple. Juan realized that note was a powerful weapon against Matt, and would be especially damaging to his refreshing like a spring breeze. His pride hurt. Juan sought revenge.
Revenge. What's that word again?
Juan wanted to publicly disclose the contents of that suicide at a time that would cause Matt the most damage.
And that was the press conference after the stage show.
I know all about it because I heard it all from Juan. It was so I could find out about all this that I drew close to Juan to begin with. Quite a pair of hideous monsters, aren't they? Even Celeste's death was something for them to use in their game. That night when I found Juan's body, only natural I thought the murderer was Matt. The two were always spying on one another after all. As for me, I was frantically searching for Celeste's suicide note. I wanted to destroy it before it ever went public. I was going to burn it. I had even brought a lighter. I couldn't find the suicide note. That's when revenge crossed my mind. Yes. I was going to bring them my own kind of cruel revenge. Celeste was killed by those two monsters. So when I stabbed Juan's body with that knife, I didn't feel a single shred of guilt. That's all I have to say. Well, Mr. Wright, even knowing all this, are you still going to help that man?
I'm a lawyer.
See, a foul profession.
Thank you very much for your time and talking with me.
No big deal. I couldn't sleep anyway.
Can't sleep either. Not with Maya's situation, or what I know now. To be continued. And that's where I'm going to call it for today. I'll grab a little song for us. Thank you for joining with me today. It has been a blast, as wild as this game is. It carries a deep spot and is like intense. Fucking Matt. This is going to be an important character moment for me. He is going to have to choose what is more important. What does it mean to be a lawyer? And next Friday, I hope that I get to show that off. I'm gonna send you to a friend of mine. Okay, who has less streamers? Hey, Egg, you're gonna have to mute this stream pretty quickly. Because, we're about to be raiding you. Thank you for joining me on the stream today. It's been a blast. I hope to see you next time. Take care now.